What's going on, guys? Yesterday, we got the full unveiling of Oxygen OS 15. Of course, this is OnePlus's variant of Android 15, and there was a shockingly large amount of new stuff to cover. If you haven't seen that video, there is a link to it in the description down below. But in this video, I want to actually add to that because there are some things that we just did not have in that video, things that maybe weren't mentioned in their presentation, but are mentioned in this blog post. And first and foremost, the most important thing to mention is visible right here. Oxygen OS 15 based on Android 15, open beta version rollout timeline. So there is a closed beta, which is going to actually have some of the AI features on the OnePlus 12 starting, I think, October 30th, but then there is also an open beta as well, and you can see the rollout for this here. I think the one that a lot of you watching this video probably care the most about is the OnePlus Open. You can see sometime in November is when that open beta is going to begin. Now, keep in mind, some of these AI features might not be up and running straight away. I think that they actually mentioned that down here. The current AI features are being optimized still. Gradual rollout expected to begin in December of 2024 for select models due to hardware limitations. These features may only be available on certain devices, and availability may differ from by country or region. Now, I have seen people saying that these betas are going to be region specific as well, but I can't find anybody that seems to have definitive information on what regions we're actually looking at. Now, it does say it's going to change depending on device model, country, and carriers, talking about the timeline, but again, there's no specifics. So right now, November, OnePlus Open, I'm assuming we're going to be good to go, but there is a possibility that that could be maybe only India for the first bit. Maybe it's US and India. We just don't know as of yet because they haven't told us. But that being said, let's look at a couple of the features that I did not talk about in my prior video. So the first thing that stood out to me was this paragraph right here. Additionally, the new split mode provides distinct access to the notification drawer, and it says swipe from the top left and quick settings swipe from the top right, allowing you to switch between them with a left or right swipe. So what they're talking about is something very similar to what Samsung is now going to be doing with One UI, where basically you have on a normal phone, this is a Pixel, but you'll get the general idea. You have your notifications, and then if you swipe down again, you have your quick settings. Of course, if you do a two-finger swipe down on a lot of phones, you'll go straight to your quick settings. But they're talking about a system where if you swipe down over here, it's going to be notifications. Swipe down over here, it's going to be going straight into your quick settings, and you can do some sort of a swipe to jump back and forth between them. Now, that is something that some of you may be into, some of you may not be into. The good news is, from what I'm seeing, it is going to be an optional thing. You can leave it the old way, which is good. I think that's probably how I would prefer it. Although, who knows, maybe I'm wrong. We also have AI Toolbox 2.0 now. This actually functions within the smart sidebar on OnePlus devices. I normally keep the smart sidebar turned off. Maybe I'll have to turn it on now because what's going to live in there is a series of different things. Now, we talked about the AI reply feature, automatically analyzes on-screen content and generates replies in different tones for instant messaging apps like Instagram, WhatsApp, and Snapchat. I wonder if it's actually universal or if it's only particular apps. That would be interesting to see. I kind of think it might be somewhat universal, but maybe I'm wrong about that. But there's also a couple of other things here like AI summary and AI writer. So for AI summary, generate concise summaries of the article you are reading, focusing solely on the main body of the text. Please note that this does not support summarizing PRD documents or extracting text from images. So basically, you're on a website, smart sidebar pulls over, click a button, and it's going to summarize that article for you. That is really cool. And then AI Writer is going to check for spelling, grammar, typos, things like that while generating multiple styles. I use something similar to that already inside Gboard that is a grammar check that's going to look for grammatical errors, but this is going to do things like that, but also generating different possible styles that you could use as well. It says this feature is compatible with various applications, Microsoft Word, Docs, Notion, and many other social media platforms. So maybe that does indicate that these features may not be universally compatible. They also talked about this strange ability to actually share files directly to an iPhone, and it sounded to me like they were almost like sort of hacking their way into what is it called? AirDrop. That's the word I'm looking for. Kind of hacking into AirDrop, but that is not actually what is happening. There is an application called OnePlus Share, and it's just available on iPhones. So it's not quite as cool as it sounded. It's just an app to share files. There are many of those already. And then the last thing, this is just an Android 15 feature. You do have the new theft protection thing. You can just see it on screen here, basically. It's going to try to determine you're using your phone and somebody snatches it and runs off with it. It's going to try to do some things to make this situation a little bit better. But again, there are a lot of features, and I talked about the majority of them in the video in the description, but I just wanted to kind of add this bit of additional information, the things that I missed, as well as that beta rollout time frame. If any of you have seen anything definitive on regions, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't just say it, like actually give me a source, and then I can maybe pin that comment and help pass that information along. I've spent this morning kind of Googling, looking for stuff. I actually went and I looked to see if the guy that posts this stuff has commented anything. I've looked around and I can't find anything. I've seen other people talking about this information, but nobody has any regions. So if you have something, please pass it along in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content just like this. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.